Beneath the ceaseless march of time, there lies a profound truth whispered through the ages in the sacred texts of Islam. The end is inevitable, but it is the nature of its arrival that captivates the human spirit. Islamic eschatology, with its rich tapestry of divine revelations, offers a guiding light through the shadowed corridors of mortal existence towards the radiant dawn of the eternal hereafter. This esteemed branch of Islamic scholarship delves deep into the events that herald the afterlife, details of which are meticulously scribed in the Quran and further illuminated by the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Central to this celestial narrative is the concept of the Day of Judgment, where souls are reckoned and eternal destinies are sealed. In the intricate weave of prophetic discourse, the figure of Dajjal stands as a formidable harbinger of the end times, known as the Grand Deceiver, whose emergence signals a period of unparalleled tribulation. This epoch, foretold as a severe test of human morality and faith, challenges the very bedrock of spiritual belief. Engaging with the narrative of Dajjal is not merely an academic endeavor, but a profound call to spiritual arms, urging believers to gird their souls against the onslaught of deception. He represents the ultimate trial, a storm that all must weather, demanding unyielding faith and unwavering resolve. As we venture through this exposition, the importance of understanding Dajjal's role in Islamic eschatology becomes clear. He is the shadow testing the strength of the light, a pivotal figure in the divine script that tests each believer's devotion and discernment. This account is a beacon for the faithful, a series of signposts that guide through the tempest of end times, preparing the Ummah for a trial that pierces beyond mere intellect to the very core of spiritual resilience. In the intricate tapestry of Islamic eschatology, the emergence of Dajjal is portrayed as a climatic event, signaling profound spiritual upheaval. Islamic scriptures, particularly the narratives of Prophet Muhammad's peace be upon him, words and deeds cast Dajjal not just as a deceiver, but as a formidable adversary with an unearthly ability to warp reality. His advent is a fulcrum, pivoting the course of human history towards a period of unprecedented tribulations, challenging the very essence of divine allegiance among the faithful. This dark harbinger is depicted with chilling precision in the hadiths. Dajjal's physical form is marred by a ghastly defect. He is one-eyed, his right eye rendered useless, resembling a rotten grape, devoid of any soulful insight. In contrast, his left eye, unnaturally vivid and piercing, serves as a beacon of his deceit, a grotesque window into his corrupt spirit. The stark letters Ka-Fa-Ra are etched visibly on his forehead, a warning label that only the true adherents of faith can discern, signifying his role as the quintessential antithesis to divine truth. Dajjal's malevolent saga is marked by a series of deceptive miracles designed to mislead and ensnare. He will traverse the earth swiftly with the speed of wind-driven rain, leaving behind trails of turmoil and discord. He promises to bring rain to parched lands and to resurrect the dead. Yet these feats are mere illusions, clever fabrications to seduce those whose faith wavers. His temporary dominion will see rivers flowing where he commands and mountains of bread rising at his behest, targeting the desperate and the destitute who might easily succumb to his guile. The challenge he presents transcends physical boundaries, penetrating deep into the moral and spiritual realms. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has painstakingly cautioned his Ummah against the seductive allure of Dajjal. To combat this profound threat, he prescribed regular recitation of Surah Al-Kahf, which serves as a spiritual shield, imbuing believers with resilience against falsehood. The Prophet also emphasized the importance of imploring Allah's protection from Dajjal's tribulation through supplications at the end of every prayer, reinforcing the need for constant vigilance and divine guidance. The prophesied arrival of Dajjal is not an event that will occur in isolation, but is preceded by a tapestry of signs intricately woven into the fabric of Islamic eschatology. These signs, both minor and major, form a prelude to the climactic emergence of this arch-deceiver, heralding the approach of the end times. They unfold progressively, first subtly altering the spiritual terrain over centuries, then accelerating into unmistakable cataclysms that signal the imminent upheaval. The minor signs of Dajjal's emergence are insidious, gradually permeating everyday lives and weakening the communal faith. These include the proliferation of false prophets, each claiming divine sanction yet leading the faithful astray. Societal norms shift towards materialism and away from spiritual enlightenment, resulting in moral decay and the erosion of ethical standards. Widespread injustice becomes commonplace. The truth is obscured or altered, making falsehoods hard to distinguish from reality. These signs are the slow poison that deteriorates the collective conscience, setting the stage for greater chaos. The major signs are more dramatic and immediately perilous. They include extraordinary natural disasters, earthquakes, storms, and celestial anomalies that disrupt the very core of human existence. Socio-political upheavals escalate. Wars expand from regional skirmishes to encompass nations, drawing the world into a vortex of conflict and despair. The appearance of the smoke, a thick mist that engulfs the world, as described in the Quran, signals severe trials on a global scale. Amid these tumultuous events, the ultimate sign of Dajjal's imminent arrival will manifest. He will emerge at a time when the world is already reeling under extreme distress, making his promises of order and miraculous solutions all the more seductive to those desperate for respite. This period, as forewarned by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, demands of the believers not only awareness, but also a fortified faith and an anchored soul. The knowledge of these signs is not meant to incite fear, but to prepare the Ummah for the ultimate test of their faith and integrity. Believers are urged to adhere more closely to their spiritual practices, engage in frequent remembrance of Allah, and seek knowledge that reinforces their resilience against deception. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, specifically advised his followers to memorize the first and last 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf, as these are believed to offer protection against Dajjal's misleading trials. Furthermore, believers are encouraged to reaffirm their faith through daily invocations and supplications, particularly seeking refuge from the Fitna of Dajjal during morning and evening prayers. The epoch of Dajjal will usher in an era of unparalleled tribulations, characterized by a complex web of deception and moral tests. This figure, endowed with the capacity to mimic divine miracles, will traverse the globe rapidly, sowing seeds of corruption and discord. His false miracles, creating illusions of abundant resources, are designed to captivate those desperate for relief, both spiritual and material. Wherever he roams, prosperity appears to blossom, yet these are mere mirages intended to ensnare souls wavering in their devotion. Foremost among his deceptive acts will be his claim to divinity, challenging the very foundations of monotheistic belief. He will assert miraculous powers over life and sustenance, bringing the dead seemingly back to life and causing barren lands to surge with produce. Yet these feats are but illusions, fabrications crafted to test the fidelity of every believer. Despite the pervasive gloom that accompanies his journey, a beacon of hope remains alight for the steadfast, the true believers. Those who immerse themselves in the divine revelations of the Quran and emulate the exemplary practices of the Sunnah will not be swayed by Dajjal's allure. Their spiritual vision, honed by the teachings of Islam, will penetrate the veils of his deceit. The protection against such a formidable trial lies in robust spiritual practices. Recitation of the Quran, especially the memorization and understanding of specific verses recommended by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, builds a fortress of faith. Engaging in remembrance of Allah reaffirms their reliance on the Almighty, cultivating a resilience that no earthly power can undermine. Supplications for steadfastness and guidance, particularly those entreated during times of vulnerability, fortify the soul against despair and deception. Community solidarity plays a crucial role during this ordeal. Believers are encouraged to strengthen their bonds, offering support and counsel, thereby creating a unified front against the divisive tactics of Dajjal. Collective worship and shared learning become sanctuaries of truth, reinforcing communal ties and shared commitments to uphold the tenets of Islam. This era demands not merely passive belief, but an active, engaged faith that challenges the darkness with the light of informed conviction and unwavering resolve. It is a time that calls for a profound recommitment to the eternal verities of the faith, ensuring that when faced with the ultimate test, the believer's heart remains anchored in the truth of the divine promise. As the world grapples with the fitna trial and corruption brought forth by Dajjal, Jesus' reappearance injects a potent surge of hope into the hearts of the beleaguered faithful. His presence revitalizes the weary spirits of the righteous, rallying them under the banner of truth. Isa's mission transcends mere battle. It is a campaign to reclaim the sanctity of faith and restore the moral order that had been so grievously distorted. Isa, peace be upon him, will engage Dajjal in a decisive confrontation, a battle not of swords but of spiritual might, at the gates of Lod, a site steeped in historical and symbolic significance. Here, the false promises and illusions of Dajjal will crumble under the weight of Isa's unblemished truth. With words imbued with divine potency, Isa, peace be upon him, will denounce the impostor, revealing the inherent falsehoods that had beguiled many. This encounter, foretold in numerous hadiths, highlights the dramatic cessation of evil through the simple yet profound assertion of truth. The defeat of Dajjal by Isa does not merely signal the end of a tyrant, but heralds a larger renaissance of spiritual purity and ethical clarity. It ushers in a period where the fog of confusion lifts and clarity is restored, allowing humanity to realign with the divine precepts that guide righteous living. The aftermath of this monumental event is characterized by peace and a renewed commitment to the principles of justice and compassion that are foundational to Islam. Isa's role in this divine drama encapsulates the triumph of celestial justice over earthly malevolence, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the inevitable victory of truth over deceit. His leadership in this critical hour serves as a beacon for all who strive to uphold the tenets of their faith amid the trials of temporal existence. As we reflect on the lessons of Dajjal, let us rekindle our commitment to uphold the tenets of Islam with renewed zeal. Let these teachings remind us that the ultimate triumph belongs to divine truth, a truth that has been mercifully revealed to us through the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The story of Dajjal, therefore, is not just a tale of caution but a beacon of hope, inspiring believers to persevere through challenges with the assurance of divine oversight and justice. In this spirit of continuous learning and spiritual growth, I encourage you to subscribe and stay connected. By doing so, you ensure that you are regularly updated with enriching content that strengthens your understanding and practice of Islam, helping you navigate through life's complexities with faith and wisdom.